blue because I thought you was going to wear your blue. But you know what? We're still in the house. It don't matter. We're still in the house and we still look good. So, like she said, we are back with the same memory verse and the same topic. Can you tell me what the memory verse is? Those that don't know, let's do it again.
Wait, did you hear them yell it?
Yeah, but I'm gonna put a little something to it. You ready? Here we go.
Okay.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, and Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 King, 2 King, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, we got Ezra, Nehemiah, we got Esther and Job, we got Psalms, we got Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, the 9th verse. That's our memorization.
I gotta tell you,
what?
I like that.
You like that? Thank you.
I do. I really
praise
do.
be to God. We're going to do something where they can get it. They're going to be able to get it. So we are going to do something where they be able to get it. So, with that being said, that's our memorization scripture. And the word that we are talking about for the month of November is cooperation. Now, we talked about that man Moses last week.
That was nice.
Thank you. You know what? Nice. We're still dealing with Moses, but we're dealing with him doing something else that God told him to do. All right, but before we get into our lesson, you know how we like to do.
We got to get into that praise and worship.
Oh, wait, you don't want to tell your joke? You know what? I'm going to let her finish. I'm going to tell her to let her finish.
Wait. I'm going to do like you did.
Rewind. Okay.
I rewind.
Yeah, she that's all right. She went off the script a little bit.
It's okay, but that's what we do. Because
this ain't even scripted. Yeah, you know what? She's trying to hurry up and get out of here, but we're going to stay here until we get this right. So, you know how we do? We do a joke.
Wait, let me tell you this.
Okay, tell me.
Why did the girl want to wear the cat costume?
Why?
Because she would be
You know what? That purring, that was terrible.
Wait.
That was terrible. There you go. That's better.
That's
better. She should have done that the first time. I bet y'all sitting at home was like, Mom, I can do that better than her. But you know what? We're all good. It's cooperation. That's what we're talking about. And guess what? When we come back from praise and worship, we're going to go right into our lesson. All right, so we will be right back.
Who's able to forgive? Only Jesus. Who is our righteousness? Only Jesus. Who opens up our eyes? Only Jesus. There's no one like you. You stand alone. No greater love was ever shown. You are our rescue. Only Jesus. High and exalted upon your throne. Saves us from our sin. Only Jesus. Who's coming back again? Only Jesus. Who holds the keys to life? Only Jesus. There's no one like you. You stand alone. No greater love was is everything. And we wanna lift you higher. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light, risen Savior. You are forever. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light. My heart's forgiver. You are forever. You are the way, you are the life and truth. We're saved by your grace, there was nothing that we could do. We're changed by your blood, you're making all things new. With your spirit in us, we're sealed for a life with you, yeah. And we wanna lift you higher. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light, risen Savior. You are forever. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light. My heart's forgiver. You are forever. Worthy is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Worthy is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Worthy is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Worthy is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Whoa, risen is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Risen is the lamb that was slain, my Jesus. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting life, risen Savior. You are forever. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light, risen Savior. You are forever. Jesus, you are forever, everlasting light. My heart's forgiver. You are forever.
All right, we're back.
We are back, guys, and we had an awesome time doing praise and worship.
Yes, we
Thank you
did.
for joining us.
Yes. Thank you, like she said, for joining FTC's Kids on the Experience. Guess what time it is now? It's time for the lesson. So, we are talking about a new memory verse, which is Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, the 9th verse. And our topic that we're talking about for the month of November is cooperation. So yes, we had an amazing lesson last week talking about Moses and how the Israelites won the battle over the Amalekites. But now we have another lesson dealing with cooperation because God gives Moses specific instructions, okay?
He does. So we hope you guys are all sitting down ready. Are y'all ready?
Are y'all ready?
Are you ready?
We're ready. So guess what? I got two people that I want to introduce y'all to that's going to play the children of Israel. Come on, pull them out. I got Earl and Cheryl. they're gonna be children of Israel, okay? So we just gonna use what's up now? Okay, yeah, that was kind of deep, but you know I like that, yeah. Oh yeah, but they're gonna be the children of Israel, okay? So now we're still with Moses, okay? Moses is still our topic in this whole thing because God's giving Moses specific instructions, okay? So now the early show gonna be the Israelites. So now we're going, they are in the wilderness still. They have not made it to the promised land. And it's because they're still complaining and they're still not even thinking about all the goodness that God has done for them. Like I said, he's feeding them daily. He's providing nourishment, sleeping, they're protected. They don't even see any of this. They're still complaining. Well, now they come to a place called Mount Sinai. Okay, they're resting. Now, God says, okay, Moses, I need to talk to you because the Israelites, they're still complaining. He said, you know what? They're complaining so much. He said, come to the top of the mountain for me. So Moses goes to the top of the mountain. Everyone else stays down. When he goes to the top of the mountain, God said, now, to lead my people, I'm going to have to give them some instructions and some laws that they have to abide. So, of course, we all know, we saw Moses with Charleston Heston doing the 10 Commandments. So basically, this is what God does on the mountain. He gives Moses the 10 Commandments that the children of Israel need to follow. But with that, he also says, now Moses, this is what I need you to do. He said, I need for you to build me a tent. Now, this isn't the type of tent where they're going to go in and they're going to go to sleep and they're going to get the sleep and they dream on. This is the type of tent where they're going to go and he gave them specific instructions of what they need to bring. So he's telling Moses, he said, look, he said, this is a temple. This is a place where they're going to worship me. Now, back in the day, they called it a tent. For us seasoned veterans and seasoned people in the Bible, we would call it the tabernacle. Okay? So, but for you guys, we're going to call it a tent because this is what we're going to relate to because the story says that's a tent. Yeah, as you can see right now, the children of Israel are still being disobedient. And I'm trying to get his lesson. But you know what? It's all good. But let's continue to go. So, God says, okay, Moses, look, I have specific things that I need for you to tell the children of Israel to bring that I want inside my tent. And like I said before, this isn't a place where you're going to go in and you're going to sleep. This is a place where you're going to go in and worship. Kind of like us coming to a church today where we go and we fellowship and we worship. This is exactly what he's building for himself so the people of Israel can go in and admonish him and give him praise. I said admonish. That means to just surrender to God and give God glory. See, I had to get it because I said admonish and she was looking. You should have saw her eyes. She was like, oh yeah, he said admonish. Here we go.
Hello,
but, yeah. So basically, these are the instructions. He said, now go back down and tell the people that I want them to build me a tent. And he said, and when it comes time, I'm going to tell you and give you the instructions of what to do. So Moses goes back down and he goes and he talks to the people. Now, he says, this is what God tells me. He said, and I'm reading this so I don't miss anything because this is significant of God wanting everything inside this temple. So I don't want to leave anything out, okay? So I'm reading it just for this purpose. But normally I wouldn't do it, but now I'm going to do it. Because God says, these are the things that I like. He said, I want you to tell my people, the Israelites, to go gather gold, silver, bronze, color blue, color purple, and color bright red yarn. He said, and then I want them to bring a whole bunch of fabric, animal skin, wood, olive oil, stones, and jewels. He said, these are the things that I want you to gather. Go get that. Oh, she went on the scavenger and she got it all.
I took some time early, sure I left them.
So this is representing the tabernacle, this little box, and this is everything that I named she has on there. So let's do a check. We got gold. We got gold in there?
We do.
Yeah, we got gold. Okay, we got gold. We got silver. We got silver. Okay, we got silver.
Got some silver.
All right, check mark. Okay, we got bronze. Okay, we got bronze. Okay, we got blue fabric. Okay, we got blue fabric. We got purple fabric. Okay.
Purple.
And then we got red fabric and red bright yarn. Okay, there you go. Now check this out. We're not done. Now, of course, we didn't get no animal skin because I didn't want to bring a dead animal here. Y'all been like, are you crazy? So I didn't want to hurt the animals, okay? So, but he did say animal skin. So, but then we got olive oil, and we ain't got any olive oil. I couldn't find any. No, I don't like.
But you know what?
But what you got? What you got? Okay, we're gonna use sanitizer
because we are working on staying.
Okay, there we go.
Clean.
Sanitizer. Yeah, we're working on staying clean. There we go. So cooperation. There we go.
That's right.
So we got the sanitizer as our olive oil.
That's right.
All right, there we go. Then we got stone. And then we have jewels. Those are not. Those are deep jewels right there. One? Yes, I want a jewel.
I'm gonna give you a
okay, give me that strip right there. Okay.
That's right, I got more. I'll give them to you guys.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I just threw that out the way. Yeah, but now, he gave them specific instructions, okay? So he gives them instructions. I'm sorry, I had to throw that away. He gives them instructions. He says that everyone is going to play a major part in building this tent. Okay, so as they go get all of this stuff, they're bringing it back, and Moses is collecting it. They are bringing so much stuff. Moses is like, look, people, I don't need all this. Okay, we got enough. You know how you go and you get stuff. And you know, like Sister Brandie, when we be talking about doing a lesson, and she be like, oh, I can use this. I'd be like, Sister Brandie, we don't need all of that. We got enough. And this is what Moses told the people. He's like, we got enough. Don't bring no more stuff. Now God says, okay, I got 2 special people that I want to be my craftsmen. And he couldn't pick 2 better people because this was their skill set. He called on Bezalel and Oholiab. Those were 2 that majored in crafting. When I tell you they carved stones and did all of this, God gave them a specific task. He said, you are going to be the ones that's going to set up and build this temple. So now, they both had 2 different skill sets. Now, in order for them to work together, cooperation. In order for so if you're Oholiab and I'm Bezalel, I have to teach you what I know. You got to teach me what you know. Yeah. So that's what they had to do. In order to complete this, they had to work together. Mm-hmm. So they taught each other. They got it finished. Moses goes in and he looks at the tabernacle and he was pleased. Okay, so God is saying that as Christian people, we have to work together with the spirit of unity. Now, that story wasn't as long as the others, but it's the significance of what God illustrated for what he wanted inside his temple. So when God gives instructions, you have to follow those instructions in detail. I'll tell you a story. I remember as a little boy, you know, we would get bicycles and we would get stuff like that, and my dad would put the bicycles together. Now, inside those are instructions.
That's right.
Instructions. But you know, if you don't read the instructions and you got parts left over, somebody gonna get hurt. And namely me.
Right.
Yeah, because you got extra parts. And I'm like, Daddy, what's wrong? Where we got all these parts? He's like, oh, those are just leftover parts. I'm like, no. Now, I didn't tell him that then, but I'm telling him now, no, man. You're supposed to read the instructions.
That's right.
So when God gave Moses specific instructions, Moses followed those specific instructions. And then he goes on and he also gives Aaron specific instructions of what Aaron is going to do, because Aaron is now going to become a high priest. Aaron and his sons, they're going to be responsible for becoming the high priest of the temple. Okay, so when I talk about instructions, it doesn't make any sense for you to put something together and you're not following the instructions, because at the end of the day, it's not going to look the way the instructions want it to be.
I like that.
Thank you.
And you know what?
What?
That's actually really true, because when you try to make stuff and do stuff and you don't follow instructions, guess what's going to happen? It's gonna fall apart.
Yes.
So you gotta do everything that you need to do, because without following and listening and doing everything exactly what was asked, it won't happen.
It will
not happen. If I didn't
happen.
have the red yarn, if I didn't have the rocks, how could we make the tabernacle?
Exactly. And to go off of what she just said, everything has a pattern.
That's right.
And all you have to do is follow the pattern. Everything has a pattern, a specific pattern in detail. All you got to do is follow.
It's kind of like follow the leader.
Just follow the leader.
You guys ever play follow the leader at home?
Yes. That's what it's exactly like.
It is.
Well, that's our lesson. Once again, thank you so much for joining us on F3C's KidZone, the experience. I hope you had a great time, because we do love you. And we thank you. Yes, so we will see you next week.
See you later. Bye.